Hey everyone, it's Lori from Scraps by Sissy. Happy Thursday. This is either going to be a complete hot mess or it's going to go well. I'll just warn you up front. It's been one of those mornings already and it's just 10 o'clock. So, hello. If you join me this morning, make sure you tell me hi, that you're here. I may not acknowledge you right away, but know that I will when I'm done with the video. I'm also going to apologize up front because I have 3 little dogs in here and you know how that goes. It's either going to be all good or all go downhill in a hurry. So we'll see how. Okay, so today's project is kind of a twofold here. I wanted to showcase the mini embossing folder, or I'm sorry, the mini Stampin' Cut and Embossing folder. Hi, Beth. Get ready for a wild ride because you never know what's going to happen around here. Anyway, I wanted to showcase the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine because today is the last day it's on sale. I'm also showcasing the Sunflower, Celebrate Sunflowers bundle because they brought the bundle pricing back for this month and I think it's on sale too. But I'm also kind of leading into to let you know that Sarah, the CEO of Stampin' Up, is going to be doing a Facebook Live project tomorrow on her Sarah Douglas CEO Stampin' Up Facebook page. She's going to be creating 6 cards or 6 projects, and they will be taking donations for supporting Ukraine. And it's a humanitarian deal. And so whatever donations you make during tomorrow's Facebook Live with Sarah goes straight to, and I should have looked this morning knowing how my morning was going, but of course I didn't. I do have a link in my blog that'll take you to the post that explains who the humanitarian nonprofit organization is. I think it's Lifting Hands or something. Anyway, since it's for Ukraine and we know that their state or their country's flower is the sunflower and it's yellow and blue, and which is my favorite color combination. Anyway, here we are. Hi, Janine. I hope things are going well with you. I hope you're ready to buckle down and play with all the chaos around here. So we're making this card. It is a step card. Isn't that pretty? I actually saw this style of card from my good friend Pamela Pick. And in fact, this was the one that she created over on Piccadilly. I can't remember her Facebook page. Piccadilly, she's in our Casing Tuesday group. You can catch her there. But anyway, this was the card she made. And I had never tried a step card because they just look too difficult for me. I like it simple. You know, that whole keep it simple, stupid. But this actually isn't that bad once you get all the pieces cut. So I thought this would be the perfect showcase for that. So let me give you the info on this. So the card base is actually in basic white, and with all these layers, it keeps the weight down so that when you mail the card, it doesn't cost you both your arms and a leg. So it's cut at 5.5 by 8. I've scored it at 3 inches, 6 inches, and 7 inches, and that's on the long ways. Then there's another piece of basic white cut at 3 inches by 6 inches, and it's scored at 1 3/4, and that's what makes this flap here. I have used the Brights DSP. You're going to need 2 pieces, one at 2 3/4 by 5 1/4, and then another at 3/4 by 5 1/4. This piece of cardstock here is Pacific Point. It's cut at 2 3/4 by 4, and my Subtles Designer Series paper here in Balmy Blue is cut at 2.5 by 3 3/4. And I'm really hoping I have a piece of white in here to make my sunflower. Like I said, I packaged this up a while ago, so we don't know what's going to happen around here today. So hang in there, be patient with me. Bless her heart, she does try, but it's been quite the roller coaster week around here. So I actually used Designer Series paper for the leaves too, and that's in Granny Apple Green. We're using a piece of the Night of Navy from the Blue Foils pack from the Wave of the Ocean collection. Unfortunately, it's no longer available any longer. Neither are the rhinestones, and I bet I forgot to put those in my case. I did. Ha! See, I told you. Okay, we'll just go on with this, and I'll run across the room in a minute. Why don't I get those now? You can sit and look at this. I'll get the rhinestones. I'll be right back. You know me. Let's see. Well, of course, they're not sitting over here at the moment. So we'll just use regular rhinestones today. I knew that I wasn't going to be able to pull this off without walking away. So there's that. So I'll show you how to do this. Okay, so we have, oh, that's the piece I got for my sunflower. Good, I did bring one in there. Okay. Why do we have two folds there? See, I told you it was going to be bad. This isn't going to work. Well, we'll make it work. So what we'll do, what I did is I scored it twice. Ugh. All right, so here's our basic white layer. And what you want to do is you want to fold on your score lines first. And you're just doing the mountain valley type thing. I'm going to score this up right at the score lines. Like so. And then this guy goes back like this to create your step. Isn't that cute? So we're going to create this guy first and pray that everything measures right. Never know with me. Okay, so here's this piece, and I'll get out my stamp and seal. Lifting Hands International, that's the group. Okay, good. Thank you for checking on that for me, Janine. I was definitely going to go online and look at all that before I got here, and of course, the puppies had other ideas. They want to go outside. No, I don't want to go out. No, I want to go out once you bring the rest of them in. You know how that goes. So, my sister's in Vegas on business, so they're at their second home today. So, we're just going to lay this down right here. And this part will be done. Now, I'm not going to stamp a sentiment on the inside, but I will stamp the flowers. Those sunflowers. I was really happy to see this carry forward into the new catalog. So this is going to go on right here at the bottom corner, just like that. It's such a beautiful stamp set. Like I said, it's partyful. Okay, so now we're going to, I wonder if this is even 3 by 6 inches. Hang on a second. Figure since I'm walking away, I might as well get a piece to make it work. We worked on Charlie's science project over the weekend, and I think it took all my brain cells. Okay, so since we need this at 3 inches by 6 inches, is that the right measurements? Yes, it is. We'll go ahead and do it right, because otherwise that score line is going to show. So make sure this is 6. I'm going to bring this up here so I can see the 6. And then we're going to score this at 1 3/4. That one's right. And then I'm going to add this piece on here. We're going to stamp the sentiment down in the lower right hand corner. And we're using Pacific Point ink on the Balmy Blue. 2 of my favorite colors. And I'm just going to line up the word loved down at the bottom and hope this works. Haha, it did. I don't know how, but it worked. Let's clean those off. All right, we're going to put him away for the moment. And I'm going to add him to the blue Pacific Point layer. Just like so. And then we'll add him on this layer. And now to add this part so that you can actually get this into an envelope, it's easiest to line it up at the bottom. I'll show you. Let's go ahead and fold this one on. I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive down here at the edge, just like that. And then I'm going to open that up and add him. Are you on the screen? I am. Good. Just like that. Okay, and here's the tricky part, which isn't really that tricky. Close your card, add a little bit of adhesive at the top, and then just fold this over so that it attaches, and then you can fold it and put it in your envelope. See? Isn't that easy? Now we're going to do the fun part and create our sunflower. And on the envelope here, I used a piece of the Daffodil Delight Designer Series paper, but of course I didn't put any in this bag, so I thought I was doing good. Ha! So she thought. So we'll move right along. We're going to stamp the sunflower in the yellow, and then I'm going to quickly do some coloring with our Stampin' Blends. Stamp him there. I mean, that alone you could get away with it just like that, but I think coloring it kind of gave it a little more depth in the stamped image. I could be wrong, but you never know. So let's see here. Last one, there we go. So I'm just going to use the brush end. Just bear with me as I color. And it doesn't have to be completely perfect because those edges, these outside edges here, will be covered by the blue foil, which we can cut here shortly. Just gonna add this in here like this. And I'm gonna use this is the light Daffodil Delight. I think the dark looks more crushed curry to me, so which is why I use the light. And I thought about when I originally started this card about using the dark daffodil to kind of bring in some of the lines, but being we're going to add that outline with the foil, it wouldn't show anyway, so we'll just color with this one. And I can't tell you how many of the Daffodil Delight Blends pens I've gone through, from coloring rhinestones to just plain old coloring. But at such a good price point, it's okay. And I don't think those are going up in the new catalog, which, by the way, demonstrators get to pre-order tomorrow. Anybody ready with their list? There's so many cute things coming. And don't forget, today is the last day. The Stampin' the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine is on sale, along with one of these. This is... No more coffee, Lori. Along with some other bundles. Coloring and talking is kind of like chewing gum and walking. Okay, good enough. Now I'm going to come through with a little bit of soft suede, and that's just to give it that brown center like sunflowers have. Part of it's going to not show because of the foil, and it doesn't look good when you look at it like this. At least I didn't think so. But when you put that foil on it, it works just fine. Okay, so we'll get my machine out. Set him aside. I just love this little machine. It works so good. And Hang on, I'll be right back. I have 2 of the gray plates and 1 of the clear acrylic. I told you it was going to go 1 of 2 ways today, and we see which way it went. So sorry. All right, so we're going to add that. I'm going to get our sunflower dye. Now, some have had a tough time lining this up, but it really helps to look for these 3 petals here that kind of curve, because it helps it. I got to find it on the die too. It helps line everything up correctly. There we go. Just like that. Okay, so I'm going to set that down. Oops, put that there. Cut this down. And should have a little bit of washi tape, but it's across the room, and I've walked away enough today. Okay, put him down like that, and run it through. And da-da-da. And there is our sunflower. There we go. Set him aside. Now we're going to do the foil. This one's going to be a little bit trickier. And we're going to use the detailed die. And I found that if you run it back and forth a couple of 2, 3 times, shh, told you they were here. He sees nobody. There's nobody out there, Mowgli. Nobody can sneak up around here, including the wind. Okay. So since this is so detailed, I found that it helped to run it back and forth 2 or 3 times, and it'll cut through the layers a little bit better. All right. Oops. Now, this away. I'm going to use the little die brush. This is it's an extra piece you can add on your take your pick tool, and it's well worth it. So just come through and just like so. And then poke these out like so. And make a mess on my desk. I think I got them all, did I? Nope. Yeah, it's kind of windy here today. Now, I'm not going to take the time to poke out all these little holes here, but you can see where they would need to be poked out. And I guess I could have die cut this before camera, but I wanted you to see how easy it was to use the little machine. Okay, so now we're going to add some, you could add the adhesive sheets to this, but I'll just use some liquid glue and call it done. Just use this. And clean off the end. Oh, you might be able to hear the wind blowing through the door here. I think that's what Mowgli is barking at. As it comes through the bottom of the door, being that this is converted from our garage, and Larry's got the garage door open, so it makes that ghostly sound, which isn't bad during the day, but they get kind of skittish at night, just like I do. Okay, pull that one out. And I'm just adding little dots. Okay, I lay that in there. Now, same thing, you want to try and find those 3 that are curving. Add him. Just like that. There. Duck. Sticky fingers. And then I'm going to add some dimensionals to the back. Oh, we forgot to die cut the leaves. Oops. Get the machine up. It's right here. And I'm just going to die cut a couple here. I think die cutting with designer series paper gives it a whole different look to it. And we'll put one right there. Get rid of all the foil pieces on the lid. There's one. I don't know if he's going to fit another one here. We will make it work. Then we can always hide a straight edge behind the sunflower. Because remember, there's no mistakes. There's just opportunities to embellish. There, that worked just fine. Okay. Let's see. So you could use mini glue dots. I'm just going to use a little bit of Stamp and Seal on the back. And just add my leaves like so. Bring this over. Oh, let's add some sparkle to the middle. It did look much better with the blue gems, but what are you going to do? Pivot and adjust. If COVID has taught us nothing else, it's taught us that. So bring this over. Almost don't even need that pick with the glue on my fingers. Everybody needs a little sparkle in their life. All right. It looks good enough for government work. And we will add him right here. I'll add a couple more jewels here. I'm definitely going to contact Stamp It Up and say, you need to bring those blue jewels back because they were beautiful. Okay, there we go. Not too terribly painful, was it? It was for me. I thought I was so ready, but apparently not. That's what happens when your girl ends up in the hospital over the weekend, but she's doing good. That girl walked, she had surgery at 4:30, walked out of the hospital at, what was it, like 8:30 or 9, and she was home, and she's resting, and she's already walking again. The girl walks like 5 miles a day. All right, so what do you think? Isn't that gorgeous? So, I have to finish my blog post for today. It's just, I just got a little bit. But it'll have the link over to the announcement that Sarah made on her page so that you can watch the crafting session tomorrow. And we'd love it if you donate to help. So it's a very worthy cause, I believe. And if you've got any other questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you for spending time with me this morning, as chaotic as it was. You know me, just a hot mess. Oh well, there's no lying around here. What you see is what you get. So have a great Thursday and take care. Bye.